What's up guys, Readiness Reviews here with you again. It's a rainy day outside and I figured it is a perfect day to check out another civilian ration. Today we're going to be taking a look at a Minotaur MRE. This is their menu 11 hamburger with an inspection date of February 2021. So this is actually past the inspection date by just a bit. This ration was sent to me by one of my very first subscribers and a fellow ration reviewer, Viper GTS. I will link his channel down in the description if you want to check it out. He does some awesome videos of his own. Thanks, buddy, for sending this to me. I'm definitely looking forward to checking it out. This ration is packed by the Minotaur Trading Company, who is sort of a sister company to MRE Nation. They are up in Kentucky, and they do rations for civilian sales using both their own components and military surplus components. Let's go ahead and cut into this and see what we actually have inside. I think I'll be opening that today with my Bear & Sons bow song. I'll just cut this top off. I love this knife, it's so sharp. So this thing is packed full. It's a very heavy ration bag, by the way. All right, well that looks like quite the hoard of stuff. Oh wow, first thing on there we have a Bagel shelf-stable plain. I was not expecting this to be in the ration at all, but heck yeah, that is awesome. I've always wanted to try the shelf-stable bagel. I think that'll actually probably be the star of this meal. This is one of the few MRE components that I haven't had a chance to try out. It feels kind of soft too. I'm excited about that one. Potatoes mashed instant. This is gonna be one of the items packed by Minotaur. Chocolate bar ration. There's 2 bars in here, 1.5 ounces a piece. That's a hefty portion of chocolate. A apple cinnamon flavored First Strike nutritious energy bar. A pack of ketchup and mustard, a plain cheese spread in a 1 ounce pack. They doubled up on the cheese spreads. We have a cheese spread with bacon, also a 1 ounce pack. I guess that's why there's so much stuff in this ration, because this main is tiny, tiny. Look how little that patty is. So they're saying this is an 8 ounce patty. That must be pre-cooking weight, because I'm very skeptical about this actually weighing 8 ounces. This is one of Minotaur's retort pouches. Even though this is past the inspection date, this looks like it's still in good shape. I mean, it seems to have a tight seal. It's not blown up or anything. I know there was some quality control issues with a few of these, and some people had several of the retorts packed by Minotaur that didn't hold up that well. This one does seem to be in decent shape though. They put a Sure Pack 12 mils FRH in there, a hot beverage bag, and this massive basic pack. Let's see what's in here. So we have a sweetened and condensed milk creamer spread, a deep rich coffee, a non-dairy creamer, a kosher pink lemonade clear drink mix. This does seem to have hardened up in there. A 1 ounce package of cream cheese icing. One of these fairly interesting scoop-like spoons. A pack of True Lemon and a pack of True Lime. A private selection cane sugar. 1 ounce pack of grape jelly. A 1.5 ounce pack of peanut butter. Salt and pepper. A moist towelette, a single multigrain snack bread, and a pack of American Smarties. So even though our main isn't that big, this ration has a ton of stuff in it, and they really went above and beyond with the spreads. I mean, we got 2 cheese spreads, sweetened condensed milk, grape jelly, peanut butter. I don't think you can really ask for more as far as sides go. Let's get all this plated up and start trying some stuff out. Wow, this is an absolutely monstrous amount of food. My tray is completely overflowing. There was nowhere close to enough compartments to contain everything. This ration is easily a 12-hour ration. Without a doubt, one of these could last you for a whole day if you wanted it to, but it is easily breakfast and lunch. I guess we'll tear into some of these items. We'll start out with our chocolate bar ration. There's 2 bars in this, coming up to a total of 442 calories. These were produced back in October 2019. Let's open that up. 2 very generic looking chocolate bars. They smell pretty good. No blooming or anything. The bar itself is still in perfect shape. I think I'll put this one on the tray and I'll save this one for later. Let's check out our snack bread. Doesn't appear to be anything wrong with it, just a piece of multigrain snack bread. And the item in this menu that I'm still the most excited to try, our Bagel shelf-stable plain. It looks like a whole bagel. It's a little bit stuck in there. And there it is. There's our do not eat. We're not gonna eat that. It's not sliced. It is a whole bagel. It has almost a stickiness to it. Looks like there's some cornmeal on the bottom, no doubt to stop it from sticking to the pan they cooked it on. It smells a little weird. It doesn't exactly smell like bagels I'm used to. Well, let's cut into it and check the inside out. It feels very dense. There's the inside. It has some nice little air holes in it. The inside feels soft. The smell is a little funny though, but still for an MRE bread item, this bagel looks pretty dang good actually. I have a little question about this menu, and that's these mashed potatoes. So I know these are instant mashed potatoes. You just add water and they are prepared. In order for these to be optimal, you're supposed to add boiling water to it. Well, what if you don't have boiling water? This menu has an FRH included, so I figured we'll give these potatoes a shot with that FRH and see how that goes. Luckily, they did include a hot beverage bag. Unfortunately, these hot beverage bags start at 6 ounces, so we're gonna have to try to eyeball 4 ounces. This FRH is leaking a little bit of its material. That's usually not a good sign, but I've had good luck with these SurePack 12 mils heaters, so hopefully it's still okay. I'm gonna pull this whole pad out and wedge it between the hot beverage bag and our hamburger patty. This is certainly asking a lot of a Flemish ration heater. We got that bottomed out. I don't know if it's gonna need it or not, but I figure a little bit of salt won't hurt. I'm gonna save a little bit of that for the mashed potatoes though, because they might need it as well. And a splash of water. We'll try to get that whole pad wet. All we can do now is cross our fingers on that and hope that it does its job. I think it's coffee time. I haven't had a deep rich in a while. Don't think I've missed much, but I haven't really seen this of deep rich before. It's a little bit chunky, sort of solidified. Usually this is still in powder form. Doesn't look like it's moldy or anything, so we'll go ahead and try to prepare that. We'll add about half our pack of sugar to that. Wow, that's some nice looking cane sugar. All natural, sort of yellowish brown, large sugar crystals. Creamer still looks nice. Add that. The less water you put in deep rich, the more palatable it is. I'm gonna go with about 4 ounces on this one. So that's not much of a cup of coffee, but it should at least taste like something. That creamer's a bit lumpy. After substantial stirring, we got most of those lumps out, still a few. I'm about ready for this coffee though, so let's go ahead and try that out. A little bit bitter, a little bit sweet. As far as deep rich goes, that's not too bad. Prepared in the optimal amount of water. The bad thing is just a couple little sips. Just one more and this will be done. And there it is. So it wasn't much of a coffee, but at least it was a coffee. Get our cold drink going as well. Now I don't think this pink lemonade held up. Yeah, it's a complete solid mass in there. Yeah, that's no longer a drink. Well, I really doubt this is gonna mix up in water at all. It's very sticky and thick. Let's just taste it. It's sour. It tastes good, but I don't think there's any way that I'm actually gonna be able to prepare this in drink form. Now that I'm eating it, it kind of tastes like a weird artificial sweetener. I don't think I want any more of that. That's just no longer a drink mix. We do, however, have a true lemon and a true lime, and I've done this on the channel before, but these actually make a very nice little lemon limeade if you prepare them with the proper amount of water. So we'll dump that true lime in there along with the true lemon. It's not very much powder, so it's not gonna be a very large drink. We'll go ahead and use the remainder of our cane sugar here. There wasn't much of that left either. I think we'll add about 6 ounces of water to this. That should be about the right amount. Since we have a plethora of spreads to get through, I guess we should start knocking these out. I'm gonna take a piece of our snack bread first off and give it a taste just to make sure it's okay. And it's perfectly fine, but it is also definitely snack bread. It needs some help. Let's go peanut butter and jelly on this first one. Start out with a little peanut butter squeeze and a little bit of grape jelly. This is an item in MREs that I've had many times and I've reviewed many times on the channel, but it never refuses to satisfy me. Something about snack bread with peanut butter and jelly, I just like. So let's give that a taste. Yeah, solid every time. It's never a letdown. The bread, although dense and chewy, just kind of fades into the background. It becomes a delivery device for the spreads. If I was doing this ration in 2 meals, I think that would be my breakfast. Wheat snack bread with peanut butter and jelly. Let's check out our bagel. Should I go with the top or the bottom first? I guess we'll go with the top. Pull off a piece of that. There's it breaking open. See, I mean, it looks like a bagel. I mean, it doesn't look all that weird. It just has this very odd, sort of weird chemical kind of smell. Let's give that a taste. Okay. I like it. It's a very neutral flavor. It's gonna work well with whatever you want to put on this. It has a nice little bit of chew to it. Of course, it's dry, but not terribly so. And I didn't taste any of that weird chemical flavor that I was getting off of the smell. It doesn't exactly taste like a bagel, but this might be the best bread that you can get in a US MRE. It's miles better than a wheat snack bread or even the plain white snack bread. No, that's really good. Do a little bit of jelly on this piece and a little bit of peanut butter on top of that. We'll do just one bite that way. Oh yeah. Even though the bagel is a little bit dense, it's still a lot less dense than the snack bread is. I would say that the peanut butter and jelly are even better on this than it is on this. But that's because this is a superior product, I think. If you're having a bagel, I guess you should have a smear of cream cheese as well. Now this is cream cheese icing, not straight cream cheese, so it's gonna be more of a sweet item, but I figure we'll try that out. That's a decent amount. Let's give that a taste. No, it's not because of the bagel. I just don't like this icing. I've had the cream cheese icing before. It's just not good. Just look at it on the spoon there. It's a little bit gritty. It has some sugar that's not like completely dissolved in it, which that's not a problem. The flavor on this though is just not cream cheese icing flavor. It's very processed and chemical tasting. It's really sweet though. And if you were very hungry, you would be all about this. Just to say we did it, let's do some peanut butter and some cream cheese icing and see how those mix. There's just so many spreads in this. You can just mix and match with tons of combinations. Let's give that a taste. That's definitely better. The peanut butter masks a little bit of the weirdness of the cream cheese, and the cream cheese adds a nice sweetness to the peanut butter, and the bagel is an awesome delivery device for both of them. I'm quite thirsty now, so let's try some of our makeshift lemon limeade. It's a little bit sour, not very sweet. I did not have much sugar left after the coffee. Yeah, better than plain water. And for a drink mix like that, that tastes about as natural as you're gonna get it. It is time to cheese it up. Cheese packet's a little tough, so I think we'll cut the corner off. That's some good looking cheese spread, super fresh. The difference between this and the last cheese spread I had is all the difference in the world color-wise. Put just a little bit of that on our bagel here. We're running out of bagel quickly. We'll give that bite a taste. Oh yeah, that's the best so far. I love me some MRE cheese spread. We'll do a little bit of that on the wheat snap bread as well. It's an oldie, but it's a goodie. Oppressively salty in a good way. Not very sharp. Smooth and creamy. Has just that little bit of canned cheese or Cheese Whiz type flavor that I find very inviting. And having one that's super fresh is always a bonus. I'm very weary of that FRH. It doesn't seem to be doing much anymore. I think we're going to be eating a cold meal here, guys. Don't think I've had a ration before with double cheese spreads. I really appreciate that. We'll try a little bit of our cheese spread with bacon. Color's a little bit more orange on this one. You can see that dark spot in the middle. That's going to be one of the little bacon bit type pieces in here. Before I eat it on the bagel, let's try just a little bit by itself. Oh, that's a whole different level. It might even be saltier than the regular cheese spread, but that bacon, it has this smokiness to it. It has little bits that you can kind of get a little chew on slightly, but that kicks the flavor way up. Now let's try it on the bagel. I said the cheese spread was the best so far. No, this is the best so far. This stuff on the bagel, that's about as good as you're gonna get for a ration snack. All right, it's been like 15 or 20 minutes that I've given this FRH. Let's see how it did. This water is slightly warm to the touch. Let's take a temperature reading on it. 105, 104. Yeah, that's pretty dismal. This is still cool to the touch. 96, 97, that's not gonna work. So I'm gonna take my hot beverage bag and the main entree and throw it on a boil for a few minutes, and then we'll finish this meal out. While that's boiling, we'll take the opportunity to look at our first strike nutritious energy bar, apple cinnamon flavor. This is one of the least interesting items you'll find in any MRE. Of the first strike bars, this is the worst one in my opinion. It's finally warming up a little bit, so this is not super hard like they can be when it's cold outside, but it still feels very, very chewy and dense. Here's a look at the inside. It's got a little crunch from the puffed rice. It's very chewy. It kind of sticks to your teeth a little bit. It's not that it's bad. There's just nothing exciting about it. It's a good source of energy, but you're not really going to enjoy eating it. It's a little bit bland. Doesn't really taste of apple or cinnamon. It has a decent level of sugar. It just is what it is. I thought I was done with spreads, but this is the never-ending spread MRE, I suppose. We still have our sweetened and condensed milk. Now, I really like this stuff usually. I don't have anything ideal to eat it on in this meal. It's very good as an icing or a frosting. It's good in coffee or tea as a creamer. It's actually pretty dang good just eaten by itself, just like this. Creamy, a little bit milky. It's good, but like I said, it's a little bit out of place in this particular meal. Because we have it as an available option, we'll put a little bit on the bagel. It's kind of overflowing there. Let's try that out. It's just like you douse your bagel in sugar. There's no reason to really do that, but not unpleasant. With this meal, just eat it by itself and it's perfectly fine. Finally, we've made it to our main attractions. We need to get on these potatoes right away before my water starts cooling off. Looks like they're sort of potato flakes. This calls for 4 ounces of boiling water, and it asks for 8 minutes to do its rehydrating. I'll do about half, and it soaks that water up right away. Give it a little stir. Ooh, those smell good. I mean, they just smell like instant mashed potatoes. Let's add another half. Those are not looking like they're gonna take 8 minutes to me. They look like they're ready to go already. I actually believe this could stand a little bit of extra water, which we might do when we start tasting it. But for now, we'll do what the directions say and fold that over and let it sit. And our hamburger patty. Pull the tear notch on that. There's actually 2 patties in there. They're just kind of stacked on top of each other. Pull those out. Those look weird. They have a weird feel to them as well. Sort of almost a gelatinous filling. They have some grill marks on them. And there is some nice looking liquid in here. I don't want to pour that on the burgers, but this liquid I'm gonna taste by itself right now, see how that tastes. It's smoky with salty. If the burgers taste like that, they're actually gonna be pretty good. I think this liquid would be really great in the potatoes as sort of a gravy almost. Since we have a couple patties to work with, let's go ahead and get into one of these and just taste it. It cuts fairly easily with the spoon. The patties themselves look a little odd. They have some white flakes in them. I don't know if that's bone flakes or fat or sinew or what. These might also have some kind of fillers in them. There wasn't an ingredients list as far as I could tell. It just says burger patty, but I wouldn't be surprised if these burgers are composed of both meat and other products like flour and different types of meals and stuff like that. Just give that one a taste. It's very soft, retains a bit of that smokiness. It's good. It's not like outstanding or anything, but that's not bad at all. Just straight off the spoon with nothing on it. It's perfectly fine. Meaty, not bad. Let's cut us sort of an elongated piece here. And I've prepared a piece of wheat snack bread for that. And we'll load this one up with a couple condiments. Do a little squirt of mustard. Generally, when I have a burger myself, I do mustard and no ketchup. But since we have the ketchup, figure it won't hurt to put a little bit of that on there as well. Got a nice little open-faced burger there. Let's try that out. Wheat snack breads will always be weird to use in a sandwich just because they are so dense, but you can't taste the wheat snack bread in this instance. The condiments actually take over. You taste mustard and ketchup more than anything. That's good though. I like it. Put a little bacon cheese spread on that because who doesn't like a bacon cheeseburger? It's looking better and better with each bite. Oh yeah. You can actually taste the bacon through everything else. Now that is mixing together very nice. One last bite on that one. For being past the inspection date, these burgers are still in perfect shape. Since we tried it on the wheat snack bread, I think we'll try the same thing on our bagel here. Mustard, ketchup, and bacon cheese spread. Oh yeah. Ooh, now we are talking. Dudes, that's excellent. Sure, it's a weird processed patty, but who cares? When you mix all that stuff together, that is good eating for out of a retort pouch. Let's pull these potatoes out. They kind of turn into a blob in there. Plop those out on the tray. They're very thick. And get a little taste by itself. Just potatoes on a spoon. Those rehydrated perfectly. They just taste like instant mashed potatoes. They definitely need some help. Go with the black pepper. They do need salt. We'll put a little bit of salt on them. And who doesn't like cheese potatoes? I think this is a good use of our normal cheese spread here. And now we got some cheesy potatoes. Let's see how those taste. That's the ticket. Oh yeah. Cheesy potatoes are the way to go. They are just a little bit dry, so I think we will use some of our hamburger liquid here. That's gonna add a good bit of extra moisture to these and really get that cheese all mixed in there. That liquid sort of add a little bit of a brown color to it. Those potatoes soaked it right up though. That is retort cooking at its finest, I do believe. Let's give that a taste. It doesn't get much better than that. Maybe if we introduce a little beef to the mix, that might be an improvement. All right, well, this review has drug on and on. There was a lot of stuff to get through, but we did it. One last thing to try. That's gonna be our chocolate ration. All the way through, this chocolate looks perfectly fresh. Well, let's give that a bite. It's a little bit waxy. It's kind of a middle of the road between a really milky milk chocolate and sort of a low cacao dark chocolate. It's not something super fancy or really high quality or anything, but it is a very edible, tasty chocolate, and the 2 bars they added was very generous. This is something you can eat on the go or, you know, just when you're hanging out. If you were to take one of these camping or something like that, this would be a welcome item. Not bad. That was the review, guys. Minotaur MRE's Menu 11 hamburger for a Minotaur ration past its inspection date. This thing is in great shape. I'm really blown away by the mountain of food. My only criticism would be that there was too many spreads for the amount of things you had to eat them on. I think this ration would have been better served by maybe 86ing the first strike bar and adding in a pack of crackers. That would give you a lot more options to sort of mix and match those spreads a little bit. But other than that, everything in this is really good. I recommend the main, even though, I mean, let's be real, it's a weird processed meat patty. It's a good weird processed meat patty. I want to say another big thank you to Viper GTS for sending this to me. Thanks so much, buddy. I really appreciate that. If you guys want to check his channel out, as I stated earlier in the video, it will be linked down in the description. Let me know what you thought about this video down in the comments. If you would have done anything different with the combinations of items, let me know, because I'm always curious what other people would do with what they have available. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up, that helps us out. If you know someone else that might enjoy this video, share it, because that helps the channel more than anything else. And if you want to see more content like this in the future, subscribe to the channel, because I will have more ration reviews incoming. Thanks again for watching, guys. I truly appreciate it, and I will catch you guys in the next video. See you then. Peace.